Jimmy Uso is a all-around better professional wrestler and sports entertainer than Jey Uso. When it comes to ability, it comes to the ability to tell a story. When it comes to creating entertaining moments, Jimmy is that guy. Jey Uso has the yeet. He's got the young audience behind him. But we can't forget the work that Jimmy was doing in the run up to WrestleMania with Roman. The no yeet, the kind of like, he kind of turned into the like bumbling kind of idiot, but it was great. Like his subtle little things. It's the same credit I give to Kevin Owens when I say I think Kevin Owens is the best all-around wrestler in the world. That may be a hot take for another time. But same way I feel about Jimmy. I think Jimmy has so many intangibles that don't get talked about, right? Yeah, he doesn't have the big entrance. He doesn't have all these things. But it's the little things and his ability to add to a story that I think makes him more valuable long-term than Jey Uso. That's just my opinion.
Okay. I mean, listen, man, I think I see value in both the Usos. I can definitely say that I think Jimmy is definitely better in the ring for sure. So
this would be my questions for you, right?
Okay.
So where does Jay excel over Jimmy? Because outside of just entrance, right? Because entrance, I don't think anybody can match Jay right now. He's on a different level, but that's less about Jay and more kind of about circumstance, and WWE set him up that way. But if you just take the path of like the work they did in the bloodline, even what does Jay excel at that Jimmy doesn't excel at?
Probably marketability. I would say that's probably the bigger one. And like you said, I think that's kind of based on where the company kind of positions you. So I don't know if that's necessarily an advantage or not, but I would say marketability. I would say work. That's a good comment by you. I think that's something that you definitely have to really think about. Yeah, for sure.
Because I see Wavy D says here that Jay was cooking in the storyline that led to the formation of the bloodline. Don't disagree, but are those not all circumstance? That's circumstantial, right? That's Jimmy being hurt, so Jay becomes that guy. If we take circumstances and we flip them around, I think Jimmy can pull off the gimmick of Jay. Yeah. If he had to, if that was his situation. I think Jimmy is pushing Jay to be the guy. I think that big brother wants little brother to go out there and succeed. But I think like when you look at the run, go back 6 months before WrestleMania, and Jimmy was, a lot of times when Roman wasn't there, Jimmy was kind of running the bloodline and like taking control in the back, and we were entertained by the things he was doing. Whereas I don't think Jey Uso has ever led a show, right? There's no point in Monday Night Raw where Jey Uso was the through line. Jimmy has been the through line on SmackDown when Roman wasn't there. It was Jimmy and Heyman working together were very good together.
Yeah, and Solo.
Wavy D says Jay proved twice that he can get over and succeed as a singles wrestler. That's not the argument I'm making. I think if we're talking about better singles wrestler, I go Jey Uso. I'm talking about just all encompassing everything you could bring up when you're talking about wrestling.
I don't know that Jimmy got a shot to be a singles wrestler.
Right? I just don't think it's just opportunity for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Nor do I think he's pushed for it. He probably is comfortable, right? You got a job where you're with your wife and you're with your family, and you can get little brother, you can get him over, and you can just show up and drop like little funny, quips here and there. I don't know that Jimmy ever wants to be that guy. I think he's happy in his spot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right, what's your second take?